the kids and tries to play it off as a prank, but you could tell the crazy in her eyes that this wasn't no joke and she really did think about shooting this nigga. Also, she uses the same gun to kill a cop later on in the movie. But basically, it just becomes Susie doing creepier and creepier things over the course of the movie, and the white people failing to realize that just because she has a place where you can drink doesn't mean that you should hang out with her. It culminates in quite possibly one of the best revenges ever. Remember how Susie was trying to give a blowjob to a guy? That guy was Ben, Andy's father. So essentially, Ben, he works in security, and he just figures out that Andy's been hanging out at Susie's place. And he's like, look, chick, don't ever let me find out that my son is at your place.
She sucked his dick.
No, she wanted to suck his dick, but he ended up tricking her into sucking another white guy's dick. No. I mean, she wanted to, but they didn't get that far. After making this threat to her, Ben finds out that his son is at the house again where Ma lives. Ben is like, hey, I thought I told you not to hang out with my son anymore and any of that. And then R.E., she basically shanks this nigga with a fucking syringe and it's lights out. At the same time, Maggie, the white girl's name, she figures out that Ma basically ain't shit and she's been slowly stealing things from them. And also, she has a daughter that she keeps locked up at the top of her house.
Is her daughter black?
Yeah, her daughter black too. And her daughter also looks really plain and kind of reminds you of what she looked like when she was in the 1970s. It's kind of creepy. Over the course of like the last little part here, that's when all the big things happen. So basically, Ma, or Susie, I should say, had been up there. She had him strapped down to a chair. She basically slices niggas' fucking veins, makes this nigga bleed out on the bed. She basically got all the kids to get to her house, and then she essentially drugs all of them, and then she recreates her high school picture that she didn't get to do. Using one girl, she sews her lips shut. The black guy, she's like, there can't be two colors. She paints that nigga's face white. Like, she does all this really creepy shit, and her daughter saves the white girl by basically hitting her mother over the top of the head. Then her house starts getting on fire. All kinds of crazy shit happen. The real point that I'm trying to articulate with this movie is the fact that there is so much going on at the end of the movie that the pacing at the beginning of the movie is fine, but the pacing at the end kind of sucks because they didn't do a good job with escalating the horror. If they had added 30 minutes onto it so we could see kind of Mom making more and more of her plans, the movie probably would have paid out better. But Rocketman was awesome. Very, very singing. Yeah, it was definitely very flamboyant.
To throw it out there, they got another what's the name of
Rambo?
Rambo.
You know what? I'll let you finish Rambo. I'll talk more about Rocket League after. No, finish Rambo.
No, that was it. That's all I had to say.
Oh, you just talking about Rambo?
I'm definitely going to see Rambo.
Okay. Yeah, it's Rocketman did something that movies, especially musicals, don't do a lot of. They did very good singing transitions. Like, he would just be in the middle of a conversation, and then it would. No, he didn't sing Candle in the Wind.
I think they said that he only was going to do that once, like ever, for Princess Diana when she died, right?
I think so.
Has he ever done it again? I'm not
sure. I don't think he's done it. But I mean, he was in the movie. He was in the movie to the end, like the little ending credits thing. They talked about how he'd been sober for 28 years and how he met his husband and finally found love. Also, like I gotta say, Elton John got fucked over like several times in his life. His first contract sucked. He was basically getting used by the people who just gave him an opportunity. Then he got married to / signed with his lawyer that he was, I guess, in an on-again, off-again relationship that he married eventually.
A woman or a man?
A man. That nigga hated him.
They can get married.
Well, it was England. So, yeah. But at the same time, that nigga told Elton John some of the coldest shit ever, which is, I'll still be getting my 20% long after you're dead. Although Elton John ended up being right. That's what the whole song, I'm Still Standing, is about. It's like, fuck you, I'm still alive, you're getting your 20% still. Though that's kind of the ultimate.
Elton John is a genius.
And also to find out that he literally taught himself piano by ear, fucking genius.
Those are usually some of the best people because they aren't trapped in conventional thinking.
Yeah. But also the movie did a great job of showing how Elton John was the cause of most of Elton John's problems. And also his one friend, I gotta say, that's one of the best friends of all time. I think his name was like Brent or whatever. Brandon, something like that. But he basically, like, Elton John came on him early on. He's like, dude, I love you like a brother.
Sparkle case.
Because I can. Elton John was like, yeah, it was the cheapest case on Amazon. I didn't give a shit. Bernie. I don't know why I said Brent.
How the hell you forget Bernie? Rocketman.
I don't know, man. But no. Bernie, he told him early on, like, dude, I love you like a brother, but I don't love you like that. And then they never brought it up. And also, they've never had an argument in 50 years, which that is amazing. Because there's no one I think that I've met in my life that I haven't had at least one argument with. So I'm definitely jealous of that. But overall, the movie's pretty good. If you can see it on like PG-13 channel, definitely think you'll enjoy. But they're probably gonna take out that whole orgy scene, which is probably worth seeing.
Orgy?
No, it's just a straight orgy. Like everything.
Was he bi or gay?
Well, he's
whatever. Gender.
No, he in his own words, I've fucked everything that moves. So
that includes children.
I mean, I don't think he included children in this or animals, but. He was just trying to describe to someone the fact that, because someone was asking him that same question, are you bi or gay? And he's like, I fucked everything that moves. And it's like,
a lot of people, when they get to that level of fame, it's just like, we're all weird. Let's just fuck everybody.
I mean, he just had a whole lot of bad decisions. And also the fact that, like, he would just go into these coke-filled benders. There's one point where, like, he's at a really rocky patch with his husband, John. And he's like, why are my parents here? I told you to do them next week. He's like, John, it is next week. Like, nigga, you've literally been out of it so much.
That must be awesome.
And also, like, that's the same day that Elton John tried to kill himself in the pool. He just said, for my next trick, I'm going to kill myself, and he just falls face first into the pool, and that's where he discovers the Rocketman song. It's like he just remembers that chord he was playing when he was a little kid, and yeah, great movie, definitely recommend it. But I will let you know, there's a lot of men kissing, a lot of men kissing.
Pride,
but
movie?
It's Pride Month.
Hey, what movie is this?
Rocketman.
It's the story
I'm talking about
Elton John.
The story of Elton John. Rocketman. Yes, it's biopic. But
Rocketman.
the black ladies in that movie, every single one of them was on point. There was one at the very beginning with his little afro thing. I was like,
oh, fuck her.
No, Bernie, you don't need to go with her. I need to go with her. But overall, if you can fast forward through some of them parts, I think you would enjoy the movie.
I would care.
Well, I just think it's a really well done movie.
Was it too gay? Because there's levels of
I mean, the thing about it is, like, early on to the movie before he's famous, like that whole, because basically Bernie abandons him to go fuck a black chick, which, smart guy Bernie. Because Bernie was like, I want to, but that girl was like over there looking at him like, nigga, you want this pussy or not? He was like, Elton, I'll be right back. And then that's when the lawyer comes up to him. And that scene right there was just very Brokeback Mountain. But outside of that, it was pretty good. I think his scenes where he's sitting down kind of explaining how his life is fucked up was pretty good.
I don't think I'm going to watch it.
I mean, that's that. Hey,
but I love Elton John's music.
No. His music is great. His music is great.
It's like what black people think Frank Ocean is, but he's actually talented.
Oh!
Because no offense, Frank Ocean's never going to top Channel Orange.
To be honest, you are right. Yeah. And let's go into music. Tell us about the Lil Keed album. I've been hearing about it.
Oh,
I ain't actually listened to it.
I only like 2 songs off that.
That's a lot. I listened to it. I only like 1 song off it.
What song?
Boy, I'm gonna look it up.
I like Player and like Nameless.
Nameless.
I kind of like Balenciaga, and I listen to.
Melly's Balenciaga was better.
A little bit. I like 3 songs off Melly album. But I figured out what's going on, ladies and gentlemen.
What is it? It's
not that rap music is bad. It's what they always say about rap. How many times y'all gonna talk about bitches and hoes? I'm just gonna get used to it. Y'all ain't did nothing new. It's just new shirt, same mustard, okay? And that's why I feel like it's not that rap music sucks. It's that you don't heard it before. Now, granted, some of these dudes aren't as talented as they were. But there's always talent that you have to search for. And it's always been like that.
True.
Always.
True.
Because the most talented people aren't on the radio. MF Doom been out forever.
He has been out forever. A very long time. I mean, I think my favorite by MF Doom would probably be his first album as well as his third. I don't know if he'll ever get better than his first and third album.
I mean, it's kind of hard to beat your first album.
Mouse and the Mask and Doomsday. His second album, Food, is kind of like a fourth.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, even like I try to listen to new shit and I get it. But again, I've heard this shit before.
I mean, you have heard it before, and that's kind of the problem.
No offense, y'all ain't that much different from OJ the Juice Man.
Hey,
y'all rapping, all snapping, IJBB moving, Brit talking about I'm making plastic. Y'all nigga be doing shit. I'll be glad rapping plastic. That's the same old shit.
I mean, it is.
And I just like you can't listen to that shit for. That's why I try to expand. Like Lil Keed, that song Player. If y'all get a chance, I think I just like the beat. but it's nothing new.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But that beat is hard as fuck.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hard ass beats.
Nameless was hot. Wopless with Lil Yachty was that. Lil Durk on Definitely. That.
He gonna need the help. And we'll talk about that in a second.
Who, Yachty?
No, Lil Durk.
What happened to Durk?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a second. Why is everything with you gay? Is this just...
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody listen to Cadillac's Green Mile?
Who the fuck is Cadillac?
Hey, man, I know who Cadillac is. I recorded some of his songs in my studio.
You did?
I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cadallac Almightee has come out with the Green Mile. And I listened to it. It's 33 minutes. That means it was like 13 songs. And...
They're like 2 minutes each?
It don't matter. Anyway, Cadillac released the Green Mile, available on your famous, your favorite streaming
platforms.
On your favorite streaming platforms, you'll find Cadillac Almightee, the Green Mile. All right, so I listened to this album. Like, I'm gonna give these guys a, what do you want to call it?
So you're giving them a light shout out to a hard go check it out?
No. I need to tell you that we have history. All right, so we used to rap in this group called Red Dirt. Not we, or me and Armstead. And Cadillac was in a group called CBYA. CBYA broke up, and Cadillac was solo recording this album at Armstead's studio. And we got very close to Cadillac, right?
Yep.
Cadillac at that time recorded, what's that, Android? Something, Google, Apple?
It's on Google, folks.
It's on, I don't have Google.
It's on iOS,
I have
too.
Apple Store. Apple
Bet it's
Music.
on Spotify.
I have Apple Music.
It's in places.
All right, I listened to it, right? So, back to what I was saying. We did a lot of songs with him because me and Armstead used to rap a group called Red Dirt. Cadillac and us probably have over 50 songs together, probably, right? Mm-hmm. A little bit of that back and forth, all right? So, I'm just going to let you know that we do have history together. And the album he recorded...
So, you're giving them a disclosure.
Yeah, disclosure. That's what I was looking for 10 minutes ago.
It hasn't even been 10.
You ever go back to the Cadillac Wine Mister? I honestly think that is one of his best projects to date. I love Cadillac Wine Mister. Once he left CBY, he released that. Ali was okay, right?
Ali was all right.
What was something I'm missing? What was the one that had Sunny on it?
That was
Ali?
I think, yeah.
That wasn't Cadillac Wine Mister.
No, I think that was Ali.
Either way, I followed him for a while, and I've seen his growth and maturation as an artist. And I noticed one thing that he changed to on the last album. Now, you have listened to Gunna's album. What was the name of it? Drip or Drown?
Drip or Drown 2.
If you like Drip or Drown 2, he's not necessarily new school, but he's not old school. He said that in the song. He said that shot I go for you. But he has that Outkast kind of funky thing to him. There's no beat that's really, in my opinion, I thought that was disappointing in that aspect. Everything's kind of chill music. Like if you...
Okay, so this is like lounge music?
Lounge music.
Okay.
But it's not too kiddie, not too adult. Of course, lyrics, I mean, I'm not going to question his lyrics because, honestly, y'all really don't care about lyrics.
Niggas don't care about lyrics.
Y'all niggas don't care about lyrics. Flow is consistent. He has great songs on there. The first song that you should listen to, and I will tell you, if you don't like this song, you probably won't like the rest of the album. If you like Uber Lifted, you'll like that. Half and Half Nights was okay. I like that song. Class in Session was kind of short, but good song. Champions was different. Smoke Session. If you were high, you would love this album because it has a nice feel to it. Unfortunately, I don't get high, but I understand how it used to feel. I know reminiscing.
The high of life.
High of life is not the same thing as smoking.
Actually, with the part here that you really messed up at here, Ari, was the fact that 3 of these songs are just intro things. So the album's actually longer than... The album's actually shorter.
Guessing the song's like 3 minutes and 45 seconds, depending on how you rap.
Well, there's only 10 songs, though, so that's why it's like that.
Well, it says 12. Well, I guess the intro wasn't a song, and it was a skit before
there's 2 skits. There's Bree Calls, there's Ronte Calls. So technically, it's only nine songs.
Well, I think that he's a 9-track artist. 10-track artist. Most people make too many songs than what they are. I think he could have been a 12 to 15-track artist if you wanted to add something a little more uplifting. Because one song that I like by him is called Run a Checkup. And that, to me, was...
Love Run a Checkup.
I like that song, right?
I used to bang that shit all the time.
You did?
Yeah.
Mo face, loose niggas, my nigga, I run a checkup. If you get a chance, you ever listen to the Cadillac Wine Mixer?
Yeah, I did listen to Cadillac Wine Mixer.
That shit's awesome, man.
It is good. It's aged very well.
I don't think that he has this... Cadillac, I'm sorry, yo, Caddy, well, you my bro. Catalina Wine Mister, you are working to top that. And the question is, how do you top your first project? You just got to keep on.
He need to bring the Catalina Wine Mixer
Don't
back
stop,
out.
man.
Deluxe re-release.
He kind of inspired me to want to go back to doing music, but everybody